Hey chicas, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Kris, and on here I do a lot of lifestyle vlogs and shopping. I'm always doing hauls, but on a complete other subject, I always love to do just lifestyle vlogs, keeping it real with my subscribers and just talking about daily struggles. For today's video specifically, I want to talk to you guys about what it's been like in the 1 month of being on my antidepressant. I'm taking an SSRI called acetalopram. I'll spell it on the bottom of the screen because I still cannot pronounce it. It's an SSRI, which is an antidepressant. So I've officially been on it for 1 month now. So even though I've been taking medication for my anxiety and depression, I feel like that is not the end all be all. I feel like I definitely wanted to get some help and get some therapy or counseling, as well as being on the medication. So that's what I want to talk to you about right now. Is I did start counseling, and I feel like I'm able to really dig deeper into my mental illness and kind of figure out why I react to the way I act, do what I do, think the way I think. And by getting to the root of the problem, I can fix it so that in the future I don't always have to be on medication. I just feel like for me personally, in my experience, just having the medication would definitely not be enough. I felt like there was a lot of things that I had to say and a lot of things I wanted to work through on the inside. And you guys know I'm always talking to you guys about like inner work and like self-reflection and like self-love. And I think it's so amazing to have a non-biased opinion, a third-party perspective. I actually did have a psychologist when I was younger. It was an in-office psychologist. Obviously, online counseling was not a thing back then. But I will say at the time, since I was an adolescent, there was like, I don't know, there was just this stigma about going to therapy, like it was a bad or negative thing, like something was wrong with you if you wanted to go to counseling. And there's totally nothing wrong with wanting a completely non-biased opinion from a professional and somebody to help you work through your daily struggles. As I got older, I started to really appreciate, the notion of having a therapist or a counselor, and I wished so bad that I could have one, but they're so expensive. And that is why I want to talk about BetterHelp. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P. BetterHelp is an online counseling app or website. You can actually use it from your computer, your phone, or your tablet, which makes it really, really convenient to access. So thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. BetterHelp is not a crisis line and is not self-help. It is professional counseling done securely online. The service is also available for clients worldwide, which is great because I know I have a lot of you subscribers from different countries. What you're going to do when you download the BetterHelp app on your phone, for example, is you're going to first create an account. You're going to answer a few questions about yourself and then select the things that you want to focus on during your sessions. You can also choose a therapist, which goes along with your thinking. However you would like to receive counseling, you can really get matched up with that. So for me personally, I'm a spiritual person. I am not a religious person, so I clicked spiritual for that option. Basically, BetterHelp will assess your needs and then get you matched up with your own licensed professional. And this can take anywhere up to 48 hours, but I got matched up with my counselor in less than 24 hours, which was actually really cool because I wanted to get started on my therapy right away. I know from personal experience how hard it can be to wait around to find somebody to talk to, especially if you are in a high state of emotion. It's very daunting to go searching around. So it's like they do all of the hard work for you. And I feel like if you're struggling mentally, that is just a gift, let me tell you, because it is the hardest thing to help yourself, especially when you struggle with anxiety and depression like myself. Of course, BetterHelp is more affordable than traditional offline counseling, which is amazing. I believe it's $65 a week for 4 live sessions. And unlimited access to the chat. So when you have the app on your phone, you can always go into a chat and you can message your counselor at any time, which you will get timely and thoughtful responses from your counselor, which is great. I have to tell you from experience, I've only had a couple of sessions, but I already love the fact that I can do it from home. I have to say, one of my triggers nowadays, with everything that we've all been going through in the year 2020 and still into now, is leaving my house. As much as I used to love leaving my house and like going to run errands and doing things, I feel like going to new places like a doctor's office can be really scary. It can be anxious. So that's definitely something I struggle with. Driving is one of my biggest anxiety triggers, and the thought of having to drive somewhere new, I don't know, just for me personally, it doesn't sit well. So I really love the fact that I can get counseling from inside of my house. Even if my whole family is home, what I've done is gone to sit in my car and I just have complete silence to myself in my car for 1 hour and I have my session. Another thing I'll do is like during the day have a session and my husband is at work and my daughter's in school and I just have my son. I'll put on a little movie for him and then I'll just come into the next room and have my session on the phone. They offer text messages, phone sessions, or video call sessions. So you have your option, whichever you're comfortable with, you do. I personally am liking the phone sessions for right now because being on video kind of makes me feel a little bit anxious as well. But she's really helping me like dig deeper inside myself to figure out why my triggers are my triggers and to really just heal. And I'm really hopeful for the future and I'm really excited. Every time I have a session, I look forward to it. I'm super excited for my next one. And it's just something that I'm really enjoying right now. So I highly encourage you, if you feel like you need help, it is okay. And I think you deserve help. And I've told you this before. I've said it in other videos. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to get help if you feel that you need help. It's not embarrassing. It's not shameful. We've all gone through so much in this past year. It's no wonder that we're all making it on a day-to-day basis. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. So visit betterhelp.com/Kris King. That's BetterHelp, HELP. Join the over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health today. I actually have a special offer to share with you guys. My viewers will get 10% off. So you will get 10% off of your first month on betterhelp.com/Kris King, as long as you use this link. And of course, I will include that down below in the description box as well. Thank you again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Now let's continue with my 1 month update on my medication. So I can't believe it's already been a month. It's absolutely insane. I definitely feel day to day way calmer, happier. I'm not having any side effects that I can see. The only thing I noticed was last night, I actually had some restless leg syndrome. I researched it up and it said that sometimes this specific medication that I'm on can cause some restless leg syndrome. So it said to be sure to take your vitamin D, which I know I was a little low on my vitamin D when I went to the doctors. So I've really been trying to remember to take that supplement every day. I forget a couple days a week, but for the most part, I pretty much always take my vitamin D, and I've been trying to get out into the sun as much as possible as well. But I think I should probably just incorporate a little bit more exercise into my week. Not only will it help me with my endorphins and relieving stress, but hopefully it will relieve my restless leg syndrome. I don't know, normally I don't have issues falling asleep. I usually get really tired, but last night I definitely had an issue falling asleep. Sometimes what I'll do is take some melatonin if I really can't fight it. Last night I couldn't, so I had to end up taking some melatonin, which you can find over the counter anywhere. But yeah, other than that, I haven't had like any bad side effects from the medication. Like I've stated previously, the first 2 days I felt really cloudy, very zoned out, and I have not felt that way since those first 2 days, which is great. But generally, I feel like it's helping my depression more than my anxiety, which is why I'm really glad that I'm also coupling this up with counseling, because I need to figure out the root of my anxieties, like why I have those triggers. Hopefully, by unfolding them, I can heal myself over time. So I still feel some anxiety. I do. It's not a complete one and done magic pill. It's gonna take inner work. Like I said, it's definitely gonna take inner work. There are certain things that still cause me a slight panic in my chest, but it's definitely not as much as before, which is great. Like I've said before, if it starts to get really bad, if I start to really feel the anxiety, sometimes I will go in with some CBD oil to help relieve that, which works wonders. But other than that, I feel really happy. I don't have bouts of crying anymore. I feel pretty positive on a day-to-day basis. They say it takes up to a month for it to fully be in your system. So I'm interested to see how the next week goes. I was talking to my doctor about possibly getting a slightly bigger dosage, not too much, but just a little bit more to help with that lingering anxiety that I have from certain triggers. So that's the only thing I'm thinking about right now. I'm currently on 10 milligrams. If you hadn't caught any of those videos, or if you're a new subscriber, it's basically Lexapro, but it's the generic brand. All in all, I feel like it was definitely a good choice. Like, I'm definitely not regretting starting the medication. I think it helped me feel better so I could push myself to get counseling. I've been wanting counseling for so many years, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it because of my anxiety, because of my depression. And I feel like starting the medication just calmed me down and gave me that push to be able to organize my thoughts and make appointments and figure it out. Another thing I noticed is I feel like I'm able to handle stressful situations a little bit better before I snap. Because I definitely still have a snapping point, but I feel like I'm not as short-tempered as I was before. The only thing I would say that I feel like is linked to my depression is that I find myself still wanting to take naps during the day. I don't know, naps can be normal, but I feel like a lot of the time I want to take a nap during the day. Maybe 4 days out of the week I want to take a nap, and the other 2 I don't. So I feel like it's depression that I get so tired like that, because even if I haven't exerted myself that day, it's I just have this overwhelming amount of tiredness right at noon or just right after noon. And I cannot fight it. Even caffeine can't help me. Nothing can help me. It's I just want to pass out. So I feel like that's some of the depression. I think my doctor was telling me that could be the depression, and my counselor on BetterHelp also told me that. So that's still happening, but I'm hopeful that it will change. I'm really hoping it will change. One thing that I recently just found out about mental illness is that on your cycle, ladies, it gets even worse, and that's completely a normal thing. It's a normal thing for it to get your mental illness to get worse when you're PMSing. So I always thought, why do I have PMS so badly? Why am I so irritable? Why am I so angry? And it's from the anxiety and the depression that I also suffer from. So I'm so blessed that a lot of you shared in the comments of my other videos concerning mental health. I'm so blessed that you guys shared with me your stories about your struggles with your mental health, and that some of you are on medication, some of you have counseling, or that some of you are scared to take those steps to getting help. And I just really, really want to encourage you to do it. I know it's like so hard, but trust me, at least with the BetterHelp part of it, they do all the work for you. You literally just have to answer a few questions and then they find you a counselor. So I highly suggest doing that. I really feel like it's helping me already, and something that I look forward to every week. Even though I can't have like one-on-one conversations with you guys or like see you in person or anything, I want you to know like how much I truly care about you guys and how much I care about your happiness. Like, I really want all of you to be so healthy and so happy. You guys are my friends. You guys are my support. You guys are my team, my bro chicas, and if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have this channel be so successful. I wouldn't have a job online and this hobby. So that is why I care about you guys so much, because you guys care about me so much. You genuinely care about my mental health. You genuinely ask me how I am and like compliment me on a day-to-day basis, and it's just like the sweetest thing. And I just want you guys to know how much I love you, how much I appreciate you, and how much you deserve to be happy, how much you deserve to live this life to the fullest. Life is too short to not be enjoying it. So I encourage you to get help. It is the hardest thing to do, but it is the best thing that you will do for yourself, and I say that from experience. So overall, I know there wasn't like too much to say about my 1 month on being on the medication, and like there's not too much of an update. It's just that I am definitely feeling better and I don't have any bad side effects, which is like all around really good. I feel just so proud of myself that I'm taking charge of my life and my mental health, and I am doing something about it. So I have a positive outlook every day that it's going to just get better and better every single day. I know that I'm doing better because I've been making my bed almost every day, I'll have you know, and I've been exercising twice a week, and I'm like feeling good. One thing I wanted to mention, which can definitely be some people's concerns when being on a medication like this, is libido. It's a little bit TMI, but I feel like it needs to be talked about. And, you know, some people lose their libido when they take medications like this. I can proudly say that I have not lost my libido. So I feel like I'm responding really well to the medication because I'm not having these bad side effects. A positive thing that's happened since I started the medication is that I actually drink alcohol way less. I don't like to admit this to you guys, but I was drinking at least 5 nights a week, which is a bit much. Not to mention that at least 2 to 3 of those nights, I was drinking in excess. And I feel that that was just one of the many coping mechanisms that were not so good for me that I chose to do before getting help. So now, since I've been on the medication, I only drink 1 night a week, and then maybe a second night a week I'll just have like 1 glass of wine. And I know it's like, I wish I could tell you that I was like sober and I didn't drink anymore, but I feel like it's a great improvement that I only drink 1 night a week and possibly a second night only having like 1 glass of wine. It's definitely an improvement. I just feel like it's useless most of the time. Like, what is the point of drinking? Like, I feel good. I guess that's just when you feel better. You're like, why do I need a drink? I feel great right now, which is definitely a good thing. I feel like I've hit all of the talking points that I wanted to mention for the update. Of course, if I notice anything different, I will let you guys know. And of course, I will keep you updated with my counseling, not in too much detail, but just like how it's going for me and how I feel like it's helped me. Again, don't forget to check out those links down below. I highly encourage you to get help if you need it. I'm really loving how easy BetterHelp is to use. It is so user-friendly and so accessible to so many people, so I highly recommend it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Give this a thumbs up if you appreciate my real mental health updates. I hope that it helps somebody out there. Even if I can just help one person, it would mean so much to me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.